The full episode of this podcast can be seen for free. Click the link in the bio chat. Let's get it.
It didn't work out. I go grab the gun and I pull a nigga by his collar. Now I pull him down to the floor and I'm pulling the gun this way, pulling by his collar. Now we on the floor fighting for the gun and shit. He got two hands on the gun. I put my other hand on the gun and we literally rolling around on the floor on some wild shit, like some movie shit. And again,
they say you described it as a violent spooning.
A violent spooning, which is like, you know, the phrase spooning was a funny part, but like you think about it, like if two spoons are together, like I'm literally.
Yeah, so basically, both hand on the gun. You're trying to make sure that's not pointed at you. I'm trying
to make sure that shit ain't pointed at my face because I'm above him, behind him, and he's like this. So I grabbed the gun and put it over his head. He put his other hand on it, and he's pointing it back. So I'm above him. I'm moving out the way, like trying to make sure that shit ain't. I don't get shot in the fucking mouth or the face. You feel me?
Wow.
So now while all that's happening, we rolling around on the floor, kind of like wild shit, like shit that I done been in shit. I ain't never been in nothing like that before. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what I'm gonna do, like, when it comes to certain situations, I ain't gonna lie, by the grace of God, I don't get on panic in time, you feel me? Like, I gotta get home to my kids and I gotta get back for my man. I'm shot, I might bleed out, but I ain't dead yet, so like, whatever, let's go. Now, somebody running out, they must have hit the light switch and the lights go off, and now more shots start going off, bang, bang, bang. And now, he's squeezing, he's firing, that's when I put my finger behind the trigger. I still got the scar on my shit right now. It's the fucking scar for this shit right here.
You put your hand behind the trigger, which would mean that the trigger can't really pull all the way.
Right, and you can literally.
Is this deliberately or just by the grace of God? Like,
nah, it's deliberately. Now, I told you, like, his hands is on the inside of the gun. If this is the gun, I'll use a brush, whatever. His hands is right here. Finger for the trigger, and my hands is on top of his hand and on the bottom on top of his hands, and we moving it like that. So while he putting his finger on the trigger, I stick my finger inside the trigger, so there's no more firing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, I still got people in the room, making sure Block don't get shot. I'm thinking everybody's in there with me. I don't know who got out or not. You feel me? So now when I put my finger behind the trigger, he can't squeeze the shit no more. And now the lights come on. Like, nigga, I got bit on my arm. This is all in the court documents.
Bit?
He bit me on. I'm over him. He's right here in the middle of me. Pause. The gun is over his head. I'm behind him. We fighting for the gun like this. Trying to fire. Then the shots, the lights go off. He turning right there. We go back. He trying to move the gun. He bites me on the inside of my arm right here. Right? I bite him on his neck. Like, I got on gold fronts at the time. Like, nigga, there's some real animal shit. Like, when a lot of niggas a lot of people that are here to see this ain't never been in a real fight for their life. I never been in a fight for my life before this. Like, I've been in the shootouts when I was 16. I got shot, whatever. That's different than being in a fight for your life and you feel like you in a phone booth. You feel me? With a firearm, like right there, going off type shit. You see the barrel by your face and you moving your head. Like some real movie shit. And mind you, it's all called documented facts. And so now I'm kind of getting, and I'm bleeding out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling a little weak or whatever. But it's like, fuck it. Like, it don't matter, nigga. Like, I'm not gonna be one of these niggas that lay down and die. I give up and just die on the floor. You feel me? Oh, hey, police come get me or ambulance save me. Like, I'm save myself. So now when we fighting for the gun, I just get mad strength. I don't know if it's adrenaline. I don't know, God or whatever. It can't be nothing short of God. Like, nigga, I always say I'm a soldier of God. Now I just start trying to pistol whip him with the gun. His hand is still on the gun. I start bringing it down. And
is your finger still in where the trigger is?
I don't remember, honestly.
Is there more shots being fired?
It wasn't no more shots being fired after this. After the lights went off, it wasn't no more shots. So I got more control of the gun. His finger's not on the trigger no more. His hand is like on the bottom of the gun, and maybe his hand is like on a handle, and maybe on here, and my hand is like more so on the top and over it.
The slide is at and just kind of
not the slide, more so like the back, like the back of the handle, and like off by my left hand by the trigger, and I'm pulling that shit, boom, behind him, and now I say fuck it, I can't really get it out of his hand because I'm getting weak, but I just start bringing it down.
So instead of pulling, you start hitting him with this.
I start pistol whipping his head. I'm trying to crack this bitch ass nigga's skull open. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, now he started bleeding or whatever. You know, when they court documented facts, when they found him, he was all beat up and bloody and shit. That's how they try to say I jumped him. His lawyer is like, so you telling me you did all of this? I said, I don't know what the fuck I did. I know I pistol whipped him. That's what I said in court. I don't know about all his face. Whatever happened, it happened. In the case, I never been pistol whipped. I don't know. People get black eyes, maybe. I don't know. So I'm trying to crack this bitch ass nigga's skull. Boom, boom. And every time I hit down, I'm not getting a full grip because he still got his hand on the gun, but it's connecting in the top of his head. And he start letting loose. Well, finally, I'm able to, boom. Every time I pull the gun up, I'm trying to pull it away. If he ain't letting go, boom, boom. And I finally get the gun away. And then when I grab it, I turn around. You know what I'm saying? Like I spin like, the fuck? And I grab the shit. And as soon as I get the shit, this is all in seconds. I look around. I only see Block there. I look around and see if everybody who I was with is good. Everybody I was with ain't there. It's only Block. I say, Block, you good?
You see Banger though?
No. Banger left out the room.
After he got shot?
After he got shot. It's a fact.
Oh, so he didn't collapse immediately in the same room?
Nah, this is outside the room. You know what I'm saying? And you see him leaving out the room in the court, in the discovery and everything.
That video where you walk out, does Banger walk out that same?